that laser toy is there, right? That laser thing is there, na? All of you must have seen in school lab or your friends playing with it, right? So if you use laser to make a spot on a wall, so you will be able to see the spot, but you will not be able to see the path. You will not be able to see anything in between, right? That's why there's a confusion of who is making the dot using that laser gun. If you use a laser light and drop a light on a wall, you can see that spot, but you cannot see this light, right? Why you can't see this light? Why you can't see this light? You just see this spot, direct spot. You don't see light in between. Why? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Why
Sir,
you don't see
because it
anything?
cannot be scattered.
Yes, because there is nothing here in the path to scatter that light. There is nothing in this path to scatter that light. So I don't receive light from there, right? I don't see light coming from here. But as soon as the light falls on the wall, this wall emits some light. That light is received by us because there is some solid particle here which sends light back, reflects light. So now I can see this light. But there is nothing in the path which will scatter the light. Right? Okay. Now, if you pass this laser light from true solution, again you cannot see the light. You will still see something is like something brightens up here and there's a bright spot here, nothing in between. So even if you pass the laser light from the true solution, you'll not be able to see the light inside true solution. Right? Your question, you can ask, the doubt can come in the mind, then does similar thing happen somewhere else? So yes, it happens. I'm not sure whether you people have observed this or not, but if there is a small hole in a room, right, and if sunlight enters from that hole, we can see the entire path, right? If there is a hole in a wall, top of the wall, and there is sun outside, light enters this room, your room, through that hole, you can see the light traveling through this room. And obviously when it falls, you can see on surface. Have you ever observed this?
Yes, sir.
So why you see that light passing through the room? Because some particles are there which can scatter, which have ability to scatter light, right? So when light is traveling through this path, some particles are there which scatter light, and I see some light coming from here, right? So that is what we say is scattering. So we can see this light path because of scattering. So solution does not scatter light. The point is solution does not scatter light. And the reason for it is particle size. As particle size is very small. In our syllabus, you will see that if particle size is very large or particle size is very small, both of them don't scatter the light. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are some properties of solution. Now, a very important topic, concentration units or terms. Concentration only, I'll say. Concentration of solution. See, there are two solutions. Both are of 1 liter each. Both are sugar solutions. In this, you have dissolved. In this, you have added 10 gram of sugar. And in this, you have added 20 gram of sugar. So same amount of solution contains different amount of solute in both the solutions. I'll repeat. Same amount of solution contains different amount of solute in solutions, right? So we say they are different in terms of what? They contain same solvent, water. They contain same solute, that is sugar. Then how they are different? I'll say this has more concentration than this. Concentration of second solution is more than concentration of first solution. You getting my point? I'll say concentration is different. Concentration of second one is more than the concentration of first one. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in same amount of solution, amount of solute in the second one is more than amount of solute in the first one. This information I'll convey by saying the second one is more concentrated than the first one. If I add 10 gram of sugar more to it, I'll say concentration has increased. Add 10 gram more, I'll say concentration has increased further. So concentration of the solution goes on increasing, right? If you go on adding solute, right? So concentration of solution is expressed as what? Is expressed as amount of solute present per unit mass or volume of solution. In higher syllabus, you will see solvent also. They are different. Amount of solute present per unit mass or per unit volume of solution or solvent is known as concentration of solution. Amount of solute present per unit mass or per unit volume of solution or solvent is known as concentration of solution. Now, there's a big confusion here. Amount of solute. What do you mean by amount of solute? Here I have taken mass. Here I have taken mass. But we can also make solution of two liquids. For example, if you go to chemistry lab, you'll see HCl solution. HCl solution. What does it contain? It contains water plus HCl, hydrochloric acid, right? So if you go to chemistry lab, you will see a solution which contains HCl and water.
So, sir, which is the solute?
HCl. Well, it depends. It depends. Sometimes HCl is a solute. Solute is what? The one which is present in larger quantity is known as solute. Right? Mostly the solutions which are there in your lab will have HCl as the solute and water as the solution, because they are very dilute solutions. More water is added to it. Lot of water is there in it and quantity of acid in it is less. Hello?
Yes, sir.
But we can always have more acid, less water. So in that case, acid will be the solvent and water will be solute. Okay. Now, when I say both of them are liquid, so it will be difficult for me to express the mass. I can. I'm not saying I cannot express. Suppose this is solute. So we don't mix the liquids. We don't mix two liquids after measuring their masses. Then what we do? Then, one second. Dadu ke saath game something. दादी की हेल्प करनी है गेहूं से। हाँ हाँ so where are we? So question is, how do we express amount of solute? How do we express amount of solution? How do we express amount of solute and amount of solution, and how much amount of solution, right? And sometimes we need to express it in terms of amount of solvent. So there's a lot of confusion in it. When you reach higher syllabus, you'll see, depending on how do you choose amount of solute and how do you choose amount of solution or solvent, there are 12 concentration terms. 12 concentration terms are there, and they are very important concentration terms in chemistry. Percent W by W, percent W by V, percent V by V, molarity, molality, formality, normality, ppm. There are many units, strength, right? So there are different concentration terms, but luckily in our syllabus we have only 4 of them, right? So let's discuss 4 concentration terms. The first one is concentration of percent W by W. If you take some solution and read its specifications, maybe I'm not sure, just check the labels on many solutions which you get in market. Either you will see this symbol percent W by W, or you'll see percent W by V, or you will see percent V by V. Have you ever observed these 3 symbols? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. If you just check some packed beverages are there, check them. You might see a symbol percent V by V. You might see a symbol percent W by V. You might see percent W by W. If there is, if the symbol is not there, you might see a description like this. In 100 ml of this, it contains this much weight of this much weight of this much weight of this. This, so at least you would have seen.
Yes, sir.
Ingredients, right? So that is also a detailed way of expressing a similar thing, right? Okay, let me explain this. Percent W by W. Percent W by W means what? Amount of solute present per 100 gram of solution. I'll repeat. Percent W by W means amount of solute present per 100 gram of solution. Right? Percent W by V means what? Amount of solute in grams. In grams. Present per 100 gram of solution. Percent W by V means amount of solute in grams present per 100 ml of solution. And percent V by V, amount of solute in milliliter present per 100 ml of solution. Right? Per 100 gram of solution. Then there is one more concentration term. We call it strength. What is that? Mass of solute present per liter of the solution. There is one more word, strength of solution. This is also for concentration terms. This also tells us in how much amount of solution, how much solute is present. So what is strength of solution? Strength of solution is amount of solute in grams present per liter of solution. Per liter of solution. Got it? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
these are 4 concentration terms. We'll solve few questions based on it. Those are important questions. If a teacher teaches it, definitely he will ask in school exams. Right. Moreover, you should have you should solve some numericals on it. So let me write few questions. You try to solve them. If 50 gram of A is dissolved in 150 ml of B, find percent W by V of solution. Also, if density of solution is 1.25 kg per liter, find percent W by W of solution and strength of solution. Try this. Question is, if 50 gram of A is dissolved in 150 ml of B, find percent W by V of solution, percent weight by volume of solution. Percent W by V is percent weight by solution, right? Also, if density of solution is 1.25 kg per liter, find percent W by W of solution and strength of solution. I'll give you 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, I'll give you 3 minutes. Try to solve it without discussing. You have to use unitary methods, that is. Hello. Hello. Got the answer? Hello. No one responding. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'll explain this question or you are trying it. So let's see here. See, 50 gram of A is dissolved in 150 ml of B. Question is find percent W by V. So percent W by V is what? How will you read percent W by V? Hello.
Amount of solute per 100 grams of solution.
Per 100 milliliter.
Milliliter, sorry.
W is for solute, weight, matlab mass in grams, and this is volume in milliliter, right? So percent W by V. So 50 gram is present per 150 ml. So per ml, how much it is? 50 by 150. But I am looking for how much mass of solute is present per 100 ml of this. So multiply by 100. So this is 33.33 gram
Yes,
per
sir.
100 ml. So answer percent W by V is 33.33.
Sir, I got the answer, but I didn't get.
The method. See, unitary methods you have to apply. You have to think like this. 150, actually in books you will see now there is a formula also. But that is not the proper thing. I always advise, see what are the units and convert accordingly. I'll not suggest by heart formula. Otherwise, there are a lot of formulas. So how many formulas you will by heart? So I always
Sir,
advise,
I just did 150 divided by 100 times 50, which is the same thing.
No, 100 by 150 times of 50.
Yes, sir.
You have to think like this. 150 ml has 50 gram. Okay. So 1 ml has 50 by 150 gram. Okay. So 100 ml will have how many grams? So 100 into 50 upon 150. I said you have to apply what? You have to apply unitary methods. That's it. Okay, leave. Now, second part of the question says, density of solution is 1.25 kg per liter. Find percent W by W of solution and strength of solution. So this is part A, this is part B. Now, density of solution is 1.25 kg per liter, matlab 1250 gram per liter. So what will be mass of solution? Think and say what is mass of solution. Volume of solution is known. Density of solution is known. You have to find mass of solution. Say mass of solution. Volume of solution is known.
Sir, density is mass by volume.
Correct. So mass is density into volume.
Mass is not given.
But volume and density are given.
Yeah, so we multiply density and volume to find mass.
Right. So multiply and say what's the answer? Say.
Sir, volume is 33.33, right?
150 by 1000.
Yes, sir.
This many liters into 1.25.
Time. Yeah, 1.25.
This is 5 by 4. Three by 16 kg. That is 3 by 3 gram. 3000 by 16 grams.
3000 by 16 here. Times
Gram. Right?
Gram. Yes, sir.
Now, find percent W by W. What is the mass of solute?
50 grams.
What is total mass of solution?
3 by 16 times 1000.
No, that's it. So 3000 by 16 contains 50. So 100 gram will contain how much? 50 upon 3000 divided by 16 into 100. That's
100.
So So 50 into 100 into 16 upon 3000. So 306 cancel, 80 by 3, 26.67. That's all. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, last one. Strength. Strength is how many grams per liter? That is easy. How many grams per liter? Question is strength. Strength is grams per liter. How many grams? 50 grams of solute. In how many liter? 150 upon 1000. That's chance. 1000 upon 3. So 333.3 grams per liter. This is strength. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll stop. We'll discuss in next class.